Hi, and welcome to me playing more of Frontline today. With the main reason being, well, there's an event running. Oh, I also muted this. There we go. And oh shit, I knew I forgot something, and I did in fact forget something. There's something sort of missing on screen right now, which shouldn't be missing. So let me just fix that real quick. It should be fine. Gameplay? Oh, damn it, classic. No, in fact, not the gameplay. There's gonna be enough gameplay. How are you doing, though, today? No, I mean, these. As it should appear any moment now. There we go. Yeah, I forgot to put myself on screen. Decent, decent. I mean, that's better than bad, so, you know. Yeah.
あら、お仕事ですか？まだ間に合うのかな？
Also, I actually do have a thing that we can do later, near the end of the stream, because while I haven't continued the story of the event, I have been collecting the boxes, so, we can open those later. But for the moment, I'm just gonna jump basically right into it, because, Chapter 2 awaits. With a chapter called Flutter, which is story only, as you can tell by the fact that it's strength 1000. It's not a gacha, no. It's a event reward thing, where every day you can collect 60 boxes by just playing the event maps. And then you get stuff for free. Technically a gacha. I wouldn't say so, because you literally cannot pay for it. There's absolutely no way you can pay for it. But yeah. The eye is opening. I still don't know what's going on. Loot boxes are like gacha. I guess also I remember now why I moved myself over to the right. Because otherwise I'd be hiding part of the text boxes. On the border of the Neo-Soviet Union, several days after the fireworks incident. Point still stands. I guess. Inside a safe was inside in St. Petersburg, Neo-Soviet Union. A middle-aged man with a thin face leans back into his chair. His fingers are interlaced in front of him as he quietly regards the other man standing before him. Also, let me just move this slightly on my screen. Shouldn't make a difference to the capture. Yep, okay, very good. That man is a secret agent assigned to keep an eye on St. Petersburg's military sector HQ, and also special dispatch from State Sec's second main directorate. These are the personal files for all the members of the St. Petersburg military sector HQ. I've already highlighted the border entry and exit status. 4. Hi, Shady. How are you doing today? We are very grateful for HQ support. The lean man nods slightly, but as he reaches out to accept the offered files, the officer before him places a hand on them. The man looks at him and exerts a bit more force, but the other man does not let go. We will handle this in an appropriate manner and expedite the authentication and sharing process. Mr. Dupio. The hand pressing down on the documents does not slacken off in any way. The officer looks unflinchingly at Dupio. Wrong. Latest. Huh? Okay. Just a bit silly at the moment. I mean, fair. There could have been another correct answer, which is, it's a math equation. Depending on how you phrase the question, because the way that you phrase it can either mean that you want the result of what the question is, or you want to know a definition of the thing that you said. And I don't know which one of the two it is. It's not an equation though. Close enough. I don't know math terms in English. could be a formula, I guess. I don't know. I don't care. Keep in mind, I've not done maths in English. I know the German terms, and that's it. Anyway. Just a technical. Pressing down on the documents does not slacken off in any way. Okay. When does your department intend to release the military sector personnel who were detained? I fear you have misunderstood something, mister. Dupieux looks at the man with a slight frown before finally pulling his hand back and leaning back into his chair. He interlaces his fingers and twiddles his thumbs thoughtfully. It is not StateSec which will be performing a thorough investigation on the personnel involved in the fireworks incident, but Central. I trust I don't need to remind you of your sector's disappointing performance during such a momentous event. We have reflected deeply upon our negligence, which is why we need more manpower to reorganize ourselves now. I believe that everyone in the sector understands exactly how gravely the Central Authority views the mismanagement. I understand Central's decision, and I am willing to cooperate fully with whatever they intend. But that doesn't mean StateSec can just interfere with the military personnel arrangements, Mr. Dupieux. We need to function normally first. We are here to ensure that all arrangements make sense. We are certainly not here to cause difficulty for our comrades. However, this process will take time. Dupieux raises his chin slightly to interrupt the other man's reply. His voice is filled with unshakable conviction. The earlier chaos in the sector was a major setback for Central during a critical moment. It was only a few PMCs. Central should think about their comrades. We have a few opportunists among us, but we can take care of them. I'm afraid you cannot, mister. What do you mean? That is because 3 members of the investigation team you arranged were culprits behind the disturbance. If you don't even know who can be trusted, how do you expect to solve this problem? I sincerely hope that the various members of your sector can have faith in the organization. Understood. I will update you on the situation once we make some progress. Right now, we do not know exactly how many of the loopholes in the systems have been exploited by the enemy. That is why I have been asked by the Central Authority to establish a new insider network within the sector. After extensive research and debate that lasted through the night, our professionals have proposed a new system. Dupieux spreads his arms and leans forward a little before taking the documents. This time, he is not impeded. At the same time, the assistant standing beside him offers another set of documents. We hope to see the new system up and running within 48 hours. In addition, we hope that it will substitute the old, broken system. I trust you understand my meaning when I say there is no need to repair a broken net. After a brief moment of silence, the man nods and accepts a document from Dupieux's assistants, before turning to leave the room. Dupieux turns to the side and regards his assistant with a half smile. We're more like mediators than counterintelligence agents. They're too afraid to doubt Central, so they're taking the hang out on us. What a joke. Do they think they can say anything to us that won't make it to Central's ears? Never mind that. How's the investigation going? Very well, but we still need more time. I hear the people on the board are acting up. Moscow's trying to resolve these issues right now. Dupieux rubs his chin and his fingers start drumming the table. I have absolute faith in Central's abilities. As for the foolish actions of these people in attempting to shake the motherland, all I can say is that it's a shame. The great of the motherland was beyond question. Just as Dupieux is making a great show of regrets, the communicator by his hand suddenly rings. His fingers freeze mid-motion. The assistant immediately understands his cue. With a quick bow, he takes the documents and vacates the office. After ensuring that he is alone in the office, Dupieux adjusts his collar before finally putting the call through. This is Dupieux of the 1st Main Directorate. This is Walensky's office. I am Andrea, the secretary. Salutations, Colonel Dupieux. Many thanks, Madam Andrea. I will now report on my progress. The matter is proceeding very well. We have removed at least 70% of the reactionaries within the military sectors, and this figure is constantly rising. There are no impediments to the implementation of the new system, and we will reach completion within 72 hours. Congratulations, Colonel Dupieux. Central will not forget your efforts. In truth, that is why this office has chosen to contact you at this time. Oh? Dupieux unconsciously straightens up in his seat. May I inquire as to the meaning of that? His tone is formal and all his prior smartness is gone. Even alone, he acts as though he is hanging on to every word to come. Central wishes to acknowledge your outstanding contributions over the past year of work. After careful consideration, you have been appointed as the Vice Chairman of the Committee's Bureau. Your appointment takes effect immediately. Please return to Moscow within 3 days to present yourself for duty. I'm deeply grateful for Central's approval. I will move without delay. We look forward to hearing from you. The transmission ends. Doppio cracks his finger joints. He is not delighted or excited as one might expect. His eyes narrow as he contemplates in silence. Zelensky, what are you up to? His long years of espionage and counterintelligence work allow him to remain calm in such a situation. He knows very well that this is entirely unprecedented. All of Moscow is in upheaval after the fireworks incident, and they're transferring me at a time like this? They're promoting me at this juncture without the need to hand over my work. Are they trying to get me out of St. Petersburg? Or do they want me back in Moscow? Is this a future prospect or a trap? Doppio rises from his desk and grabs his coat. After typing up a quick reply to Zelensky's office on his computer, he leaves in a rush. Doppio's footsteps are hurried. He is now only one street away from his apartment. He narrows his eyes and keeps his gaze pointed forward, but he glances at the security in front of his apartment out of the corner of his vision. He clearly remembers that the camera was facing the road. It was a perfectly ordinary traffic camera. But the camera's lens has been turned 90 degrees and is now directly pointed at the entrance of his apartment block. Still feigning ignorance, Doppio looks both ways before crossing the road, making a show of checking for oncoming traffic. Shifting the angle of the security camera, these methods are very familiar. His face is in the picture of calm as he crosses the road without ever making direct eye contact with the camera. After entering the apartment building, he pretends he didn't notice the cleaner who's been replaced and warmly greets the concierge before taking the elevator to his floor, arriving before the door to his apartment. He inserts his key into the keyhole and the lock mechanism clicks in response. No matter how advanced technology gets, Doppio insists on using the most traditional mechanical locks. The reason for that is simple. Once they've been used, they leave signs behind. Lock is fine, but that's the biggest problem. They've done something to the lock. The cover's been blown. Doppio enters the room with calm nonchalance and dumps his coat on the bed. He packs a change of clothing, then pulls out his communicator and contacts his assistants. While sitting on the bed, he goes through the list of essential items like passport, visas and so on, looking perfectly relaxed as he does so. Hello, Miss Rita? Yes, that's me. I'll be scheduled a flight heading to Moscow for tomorrow. No, make that in an hour. I need to return to Central on urgent business. I'll be taking a shower, so send a car over to pick me up in 20 minutes. He leisurely stuffs an unfinished book into his suitcase and even makes time to put on the kettle. Is he about to blow up? The target will be repositioning in 20 minutes. ETA Moscow Airport in 4 hours. Things are going well. No abnormalities detected in the target. Stick to the plan and don't alarm him. Continue in accordance with the Ordnance 13. Doppio puts down the glass of hot tea he is holding and enters the bathroom. There are still 20 more minutes. He needs to get out of here immediately, by tonight. There isn't a moment to delay. A transmission makes its way out through a certain encrypted channel. I need to leave the Soviet Union immediately. Requesting assistance and political asylum from the evangelist. Okay. Interesting. I don't really... I mean, I'm guessing that he is a double agent, but I don't know. Now, what do we have here? There's a few units with a lot of strength, and also, we are having another map where we don't get to place anything. What is our goal? Move to Pierre to the evacuation point. So, he needs to go over here without touching a single enemy. Okay. Alright. So we need to get to this thing right here, which is the tunnel elevator. Alright. Oh, well. I didn't even see what that message was, but hey. Thanks, Classic. Alright, so this is probably where I need to end my turn in order to have enough moves next turn. Perfect, perfect. Board the elevator. Okay. I need to actually end the turn right here. Those are confused, which is fair. Underground passage. I need that one to be free. The MP grenades in the tunnel. They can be used to paralyze enemies and keep them from moving. Please make appropriate use of these items while clearing the stage. Yes, yes, that I will. Let me pick that up. So you're patrolling? Yes, you're patrolling back and forwards. You are also patrolling back and forwards. So let's just wait one turn. That's what mods are for. Exactly. Thank you very much. Ah! Where do you patrol to? You just patrol back and forth between those 2 points. That's annoying. That is seriously annoying. Ah. Shit. Okay, I have a plan. Because these guys just keep patrolling back and forwards, which is fine. Which just means that I need to throw this EMP at this guy right here. So that he doesn't move for this turn. Cancel. Move you over here. End the turn. Which will see these guys patrolling. And I should be able to just storm on through to the end there. And use the lifts. Alright. One more turn and we're done. Very good, very good. Streets. And the turn on the radar, and I think that should be it. Very good. Sure, MG5 wasn't even on the map, but sure. Weird. Knock knock. Director, I've obtained the vital lead regarding the Dreambox case. Yes, we need to act before the opposition does. I don't want excuses, only results. Inside the director's office, Romy frowns and looks unhappily at Kay as the latter barges in. Kay realizes what he's done and makes to back out, but then Romy raises her hand to stop him. If you can't do it, find someone else who can. The Stasi doesn't pay wage thieves. The transmission ends. Director? Report your findings. Yes, ma'am. Talon, Monster of the Orphanage. I finished indexing and compiling the background information. Approval of the documents and the related records for all these locations which were involved in Paradise's products. We have reason to believe that these places are not where they real lies. The most direct reason for that is because the research environments of these locations could not have produced the products of Grey and Brahma's grade. I've checked the Stasi internal archives. None of our people have handled the raw material provision side of things, but upon closer examination, the procedures are very comprehensive. Okay, lays the documents in front of Romy. While they're not on the scale of, a prohibited laboratory, these places all have underground facilities to a certain extent, including Galatea Corporation's own properties. Just applying for public works approval is a long process in itself. If there are no surprises, these ought to be enough to explain the situation. R&D work on the high-end Nitus and the cores of the boxes of the ASO was conducted elsewhere. Such a vast undertaking would require extensive facilities, ample space and personnel. There's no way they could have gotten all of that without leaving traces behind. I've looked into the relevant pharmaceutical and high-precision equipment manufacturers as well as their import-export logs. While some of the documents were with their engineering departments and I could not obtain them, there's one thing of which I can be sure. They are most definitely located in Berlin. That is where the problem lies. I've combed all of Berlin, but I couldn't find a single trace of them. There are no suspicious buildings, and satellite imagery could not find anything problematic in any undeveloped areas. That's as far as an investigation has gone. I sincerely apologize. Robbie silently studies the reports Kay has placed on her desk. Without saying a word, she takes out a cigarette case. She places a black filter onto her lips, then produces a silver lighter from one of her pockets. You've checked them all? I have. I'm certain we haven't missed anything. Haven't you? Holding a cigarette between a thumb and forefinger, Romy exhales a cloud of smoke and lightly taps the lid end on a glass ashtray to dislodge the ashes. How about this place? She indicates a certain region on the map. The Dead Sea? Kay looks at Romy in surprise. It's been abandoned for years, and its radiation intensity has remained high all this time, so it's been regarded as an irrecoverable black zone. No map will contain any details on its contents, even military-grade maps. But like I said, it's a black zone. Nobody can go in there, not even dolls could function normally in such a place, to say nothing of human beings. We're not talking about human beings, but a pile of corpses, Schwaben. Don't you think it would be a natural lab for Paradise? Besides, think about it this way. Technology is constantly advancing. Perhaps someone managed to solve the problem you mentioned, or, say, a group of people who are devoted to irradiation research. So you're expecting something like this. Since you knew the answer from the beginning, why did you have me investigate? Only a moron would blindly believe what they see. Why limit yourself to just one option? So that's what they mean when they say the true chess master doesn't make a single master stroke. I've already shared this information with the commander. You'll be responsible for helping Operation Aeneas to come to fruition after this. Understood. Wait, we'll be assisting someone else? We need a stiletto to thrust into the heart of the enemy, but it should preferably be wielded by someone else. I understand. I'll make sure not to get too involved. Kay pauses, then with a nod, he turns to leave the office. After Kay is gone, Robbie leans her chin on her hand and rests idly on a desk before gazing quietly at the document sitting on it. Sources indicate that the large-scale armed conflict on the Soviet border was precipitated by a reactionary organization. Following approval by the Berlin government, large quantities of Soviet refugees will be crossing the German border, and some of them will be housed within Berlin city. Berlin citizens have voiced bitter protest against this, and many refugees have joined the movement. According to what is known, the protesters' demands are... After reaching out to turn off the radio broadcast, Romy taps the ear mic with one hand while holding the steering wheel with the other. Stelling, Brigitte. Present. At your service. Romy nonchalantly glances into her rearview mirror. 4 black motor cars are following her without bothering to conceal themselves. As we predicted, they are about to make their move. I need a pickup. Also, compute the best route for me. Processing. We'll meet you at fallback point A. You set the quickest route to your vehicle terminal. Got shots. Car noises. Robbie turns the wheel and pivots the car before glancing into a rearview mirror again. A man has emerged from the car's sunroof. He's holding a compact submachine gun and hosing a car down in the middle of the street without any hesitation whatsoever. There are 4 cars and 15 men altogether. She has no chance at all in a stand-up firefight. No matter what, she has to hold out until she can rendezvous with the dolls. Speaking of which, are you really sure I can reach the fallback point safely? I swear it upon my honor, these people will not pose a threat to you. Zombie glances at the route displayed on the terminal, then hits the brakes, causing the vehicle to fishtail wildly as it comes about. Using this opening, she takes aim at the pursuers and accurately puts a bullet into the skull of the assassin leaning out of the sunroof. Immediately after that, she eases off the brakes and steps onto the gas, causing the vehicle to lurch forward swiftly on a new heading. Alert, new target at 3 o'clock. Alert, new target at 9 o'clock. Are you two parroting each other or something? While she's still thinking, a racing black shadow charges through the other side of the cross junction she's passing through, and slams into her vehicle like a thunderbolt. It's a heavy cross-country vehicle, and considering it was going fast enough to trigger alerts, Rommy's vehicle flips end over through the air, grinding along the road before crashing into a grocery store display window and coming to a halt. The car's side window is visibly sunken in, and the empty front axle is spinning wildly. The cars chasing Romy soon catch up to her, and the vehicles fan out to enclose Romy's vehicle in the midst. Several black-clad assassins dismount with crisp, efficient movements, jamming rounds in their weapons as they move up to approach Romy's vehicle. It finally grows still. The car, whose frame was deformed by the collision, is embedded into the grocery store, with only its base showing. The punctured fuel tank leaks petrol, which pools into a puddle on the pavement. The assassins swiftly approach the vehicle, but as they draw close and verify the situation inside the car, they are shocked to realize that there's nobody inside. A snort comes from the shadows inside the grocery store, followed by a grenade tumbling into the pool of gas and the leaking fuel tank. Yeah, that's what I expected. Either that or just shooting to ignite the petrol, but that wouldn't have been enough. The sparks from the explosion ignite the car's gas tank, and the ensuing fireball consumes the assassins and the grocery store. Crunchy explosion sound. It's fine. Meanwhile, Romy is thrown through the broken glass windows by the force of the explosion and rolls into the alley behind the store. Still alive? So much for your honor. Don't relax just yet, there are 2 more teams nearby. Please proceed to the appointed location ASAP. Car's gone, so I'll have to proceed on foot. Compute a new route for me. As Romy hurries down the alley, wave after wave of noise reaches her ears. It almost drowns out the sound of her communicator. Why is it so noisy anyway? There's a large refugee protest up ahead. Recomputing a route for you. No need. Okay. Okay. Gunshots. After returning a shot to the people behind her, Romy sticks her hair back and casually ties it up, then changes her magazine with a practiced skill. This hairstyle is really inconvenient. She can already see the refugees in front of her. The distorted sounds are now becoming clear. Yep. We're close to Soviet taking our lands. Why are they doing this? According to the protesters, they're against the government's decision to shelter the Soviet refugees. Would the hit from a bullet actually ignite the petrol? If it's just spilling on the floor, probably. Because it would create sparks and the gases of the fuel are highly combustible. If it's like shooting the tank itself, probably not. However, she threw a grenade, so all that goes out the window anyway. So I have absolutely no experience or thought or like actual information about grenades, apart from video games. And video games are obviously not exactly the best source of information. So yeah. How unfortunate. Wait a minute. Are they talking about PMCs like Griffin? Yes, look up behind you. They're not? No. A refugee protest? After getting behind cover, Romy chucks a tear gas canister behind her. In a cramped alley, any pursuers will need to pass through the gas cloud in order to get to her. 30 refugees. Could that be... I'll reach the fallback point in 15 minutes. Also, send me a diagram of the route Griffin is taking to the country. Overstand's enemies was never the Stasi. Everything he did was pointing out to the same target. Got it. We'll be there right away. You're right away. Had better be reliable. See you at the fallback point. Yeah, anime was real, so video games must be as well. Sure. We'll talk once we've taken care of this lot. Roger. Looking. Strength 7,000, so it's gonna be another one where I have specific units to take care of. can't place my own units on this map, can I? Nope, it's just a Romy squad. And as I can see, and I can tell, I have to get all the way down here with minimal combat. I can probably take one fight or two. During this stage, the first move that Romy squad makes into everyone... Yeah, okay. Thinking about this. These are all on alert. This guy's obviously unbeatable for me because the squad is 15,000 strength, while he's 55,000. So I have to go past this guy, go through here. Hang on a minute. There's a secret passageway over there. That's a good thing to know. There's a secret passage over here as well. That's also good to know, so I can take care of this guy. There's a decent amount of secret passages where you can see the dotted lines just disappearing into alleyways. Why are you protecting? Okay, not that, but that's very good. Let's see. Will you be able to handle these guys? One bit of fighting is probably the only thing that they can take. Come on, Sterling, you can do it. Bang. Alright. Yep. So... that's the only bit of fighting that I can afford to do. It's also the only bit of fighting that I probably have to do. Those are some unlucky nades. I don't know exactly how a skill works, so yeah. Enemies are moving around, some are on patrol. Oh ho. So that's where the those parts are leading. Friendly reinforcements have arrived. During the stage, the first two moves that the state sec agents make in every round will not cost any IPs. Okay. So I'm supposed to use these to get rid of some of the weaker enemies I'm getting out of this. Like this. Let's go. Yeah, by the way, these guys are strong. Even though they're also only 15,000 strength, they just take apart this same squad that Sterling was just very much struggling with. So, yeah. Next. It's time to remove some enemies. There's unfortunately also no fast forward in combat. So this mission is going to take a moment just by the fact that I have to take care of all of these enemies. So we have a dude right here. Can you take care of that 18k? Only one way to find out. It's got to be significantly closer, though. Stop shielding yourself, you dickhead. It looks like he can take care of the 18k, though. Yeah, that works out. I can tell you, numbers don't always tell the truth. They're deceiving. So we've still got a stateside agent over here, which we can probably just move over here. We can set up something funny. To an extent. This guy can't move anymore. Or he can't move the way that he needs to. Start with this guy over here. And this guy over here. Considering everything, I'm probably going to move this guy over here to take care of this 14k. Conga line, pretty much. And then just move the Romy squad in one turn across the entire map. It's gotta be fine. Also, if only MP7 was actually this strong. Of just taking care of an entire enemy squad on their own. So, then we have this dude over here that can still move. This guy's probably gonna die if I leave him there. So what I'm gonna do is make sure that he'll survive by switching him out against a fresh one. So there's this 18k and that 18k, and those are the only enemies that I even potentially just have to fight. How do I get an S rank on this map? Rating conditions. Win within 3 rounds. Okay. Got it. Got it. Not too hard, not too hard. The only one that's slightly out of position now is this guy. I think I'm gonna have to move one, then swap, swap. Move that guy over here. That guy's not gonna reach the place where I need him to be. The conga line. It might be 4 turns. Oh well. It is what it is. It's not that important in the end. Stop shielding yourself. It's not only annoying to fight that, it's also an annoying noise. Alright. Taken care of. First things first, obviously we need to move over here. And then swap. And then swap. Hang on a minute. This is 3 nodes, this would also be 3 nodes. This is actually okay. I can get pretty close. I can have one here, one here, one here, but that would make Romy end up here, which is not very good. Yeah. Do I have? I do have. Okay. So. It's time to create the conga line. As we move this guy all the way to the front of it. That doesn't really help me either, does it? You definitely take care of the 18k though. This is fine. Just keep shooting. I mean, we will win. It's just gonna be, depending on how this will go, it's gonna be either an A rank or an S rank. If I had not moved the way that I did in round 2, it would have definitely been an S rank, but I didn't. So, hey. It is what it is. So now, I can move this guy over here. This guy over here. And we just, shuffle. It's gotta be in one extra round, so it is what it is. Why are you even controlling? That is a problem. Depending on where he goes, this is an actual, genuine problem. Yeah, this is a problem. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move you over here. It's gonna be a turn 5 win. Also, yes, let me just drink. I mean, it's less danger and more the fact that... Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I might have to restart. You know what? The thing is, it's an annoying map that takes a long time. These guys can still move twice for free, so it's fine. Get out of the way of that guy so he doesn't keep killing you. This is all okay. All okay. Shuffle, shuffle. She gets one move for free. The other move I'll just do normally. It's not an S rank, but the map is done. Which is already good. As I shall stretch. Ah. Lurking too. Bang. Magazine is empty. Let me have the gun in her hand. She doesn't even need to check. It's the weight. Its weight already makes the fact that that fact abundantly clear. The blood gushing from a cut on a void is slowly obscuring her vision. The crash must have been more severe than she expected. She stumbles out of the alley and staggers into an open construction site. Bang. With no cover to shelter, a bullet hits the ground beside her leg. There were over a dozen assassins at the outset. By now only 4 of them remain, doggedly pursuing her. They are much better off than Romy, and their wretched state is a clear sign of the price one would have to pay to pursue a Stasi agent. But right now, they have bullets, and Romy does not. Where's the backup I keep hearing all the stories about? Head forward and don't look back. Can I even trust you? Romy breathes a sigh of relief as she hears her comrades, but just as she's about to head forward, a cold gun muzzle is pressed against the back of her head. An unfamiliar yet cold male voice addresses her, accompanied by a palpable bloodlust. Freeze. Got to be kidding me. Ruby reflexively puts her hand in the air. However, she immediately realizes that it's pointless. The opposition isn't trying to take her life. She closes her eyes and holds her breath. She can almost hear the assassin slowly pulling the trigger. Just as she hears the gunshot... Bang. As the shot rings out, hot blood drenches the back of Rumi's neck. The metallic sensation at the back of her head is also gone. A mighty impact has disintegrated the man's gun hand. Fresh blood and the pistol both fly into the air. Also, hello Bakasura, by the way. Huh? Ah! The man doesn't even realize what happened right away. Then he realizes his dominant hand is missing, and he needs no further encouragement to scream piteously. It's an ambush, we've been The three people behind him immediately realize what's going on and raise their guns. Rumi doesn't give them a chance. She picks up the gun on the ground and swiftly pulls the trigger. Man just got hit with the 50 cal. Don't think it's that big, but hey. As the colleague screams, they don't even have the chance to put up any resistance before going down amidst the series of gunshots, becoming silent corpses on the ground. Next time, she quietly exhales. Would you mind being a bit quicker about it? Target silenced. Mission accomplished. Sterling and Brigitte emerge from the shadows. Their weapons are still hot. I almost died back there. But you're still alive, aren't you? So it's just the two of you. Where are the others? God, I miss Mono so much. I once had a truly reliable teammate in front of me. I didn't cherish her enough, and now I'm regretting it. With some distance off, we'll regroup with you ASAP. And quit complaining, Miss Mona's busy too. Manpower's tight at StateSec, we hope you understand. He's just annoyed that it's us. Even though he's so pathetic looking himself. Is this how you treat a colleague? The heck? We take orders from Miss Romy, not you. Wait, don't tell me you hooked up on impersonating her. Agent J. Well, I must say, I must stay in character until the end of the performance. That's enough, the mission isn't over yet. If there are no surprises, there should be at least another half-dozen murder attempts coming up. This has to be the worst mission I've ever been given. Oh. Oh, that's why he was commenting about the hairstyle. It's not actually Romy, it's Jay impersonating her. Banan. The commander contacts Kay near the landing strip. You at the airport already? How's your trip? A little bumpy, but alright. More importantly, how are Mr. Kruger and the others doing? I checked, those weren't MOD documents. My guess is that they were still traumatized by that big disturbance last time, and they're going after you specifically. Once you pretend to leave Berlin as planned, my guess is that they won't encounter any trouble. Got it. I'll escort the general to Frankfurt as planned. Have you finished putting together your Spec Ops team? The opposition hasn't made a move yet, but I'm worried we won't have enough time. If they didn't do anything, you wouldn't be able to hear it. Yeah. The commander sounds a little restless and to come. Relax, we'll have a chance. I know. The commander sighs. You do know why Miss Romy entrusted the task of escorting the general to you, right? Yes, and I won't let her down. Given my status, completing this mission implies that the Griffin base will come under the general's protection. Yeah, hang on. I'll give you the command authority over Squad Nitrogen. Good luck. You're going to directly transfer Starly Doll's squad's command permission to me. Isn't this a bit much? Relax, this is also what Miss Romy wanted. We're sincere about this collaboration, and this is a portion of our sincerity. Please give Miss Romy my thanks. And also... Commander. Just then, STAR-15 suddenly interrupts the commander's transmission. They're here. I have to go. I'm counting on you. The call ends. The commander puts on the communicator. Prepare for battle. Roger. Hey, what? UX? What is UX? What? Nightmare difficulty. What? Okay, that's new. Okay, it's a nightmare difficulty. Didn't know that. Well, I'll stick with hard. While I have played this game for years, it doesn't necessarily mean that I have all the stuff. So what do we have here? First of all, I get to place my own echelons, which is very nice. Second of all, I have a whole shebang of support echelons, it seems. What is my mission? Eliminate all enemies on the map. All of them. Okay. That is quite the goal. I mean, I do have quite the tough squadrons here. That one's a bit weak so far. Okay. So then, first things first, I guess we're going to start with the machine gun squad and see how that works. What's the turn count? I didn't check. I've got to be honest. The shields are annoying already. I can tell that. They do, however, struggle to deal damage to me in return. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the rifles will do better. The rifles will do significantly better. Also, let me just lower the volume a little bit at least. So machine guns blasting away is quite loud. Turn count for S rank. 10 rounds while destroying 6 enemy targets. 6? That's less than all of them. Let's try it with a rifle squad. One that is theoretically weak. It's a nice umbrella that World got there. And they're gone! I think support squad kills don't count towards the goal. The thing is that they're not real support squads. I can actually control them as far as I understand. Like, yeah. These are friend echelons, but I can still manually control them. What do you do? Airstrike guidance. Okay. Sure. As support has been summoned, support will come after 1 round and will inflict high damage to the enemies within 1 node of the targeted position. Within 1 node, okay. How about we take some minimal distance? It's gotta be fine. Can I? No, I cannot. That's a shame. And I can spawn in another squad, and that's what I'll do. You said the MGs were loud. The MGs are loud. The thing is just that when the rifle squad skills activates, they're louder. Go on, agent. Eliminate the target. Agent is cool. I like Agent. I don't have Agent. Put a silence on the rifles. Okay, yep, those squads were just basically deleted. Let's move you out of there for the moment. Oh. You over here. No. You're gonna move over here. I keep clicking select and not move. Well, move and not select. Let's go and execute the plan for the moment. Let's move Hans out of the corner so she can actually get to do something. This fight will be quick because that squad is basically gone already. Kano's doing a thing. Deleting enemies. But those enemies were barely there anyway.
はじめまして。そして死んでください。どうしました？悔しいのですか？
Okay, this one's louder. It's significant loud. Hang on. I shall lower the volume. This is fine. Pew indeed. Very much pew. We're about to hear it again.
はじめまして。そして死んでください。計算通りの反撃。無駄ですわ。
It's probably still loud, isn't it? It's still loud. This is fine. Yeah, by the way, the, what's that fallen alien blaster? Not really. It's very hard to explain what it is. It's literally the guns floating around though. Executioner, do you have a skill that's kind of useful right now? Probably not. No. Can move to any helipod on the map. Wait, any helipod on the map? You say any? I'll take that as a chance to capture some points here. Points that I'm not supposed to take. Do you have a skill? No. Don't think you... Well, you do have one. But that only helps me capture points that I already am close to, so cancel that. On the other hand, you will just go fight this guy. This is fine. Purple Kano about to kill the entire enemy squad. It's Purple Kano. Definitely not a completely busted rifle, by the way. There we go. Just want to move you forward a little bit and move. The machine gun squad doesn't seem to do well against these enemies, so I'm just gonna move Executioner forward instead. So you cannot do that 2 times in a row, as far as I understand. So I'm just going to move you over here to capture that point by proxy. What do we have here? Airstrike guidance. Seems like a good spot. That thing's gonna get blasted. However, not before it captures the point. Select this one. What are you alerted to? You're just alerted to everything, I see. That's fine, I guess. Exodia squad is on the move. What is in this squad? Some shield guys, some high intensity attack stuff. This might be a bad idea, but it might be fine. We shall see. It takes a few seconds for the squad to get ready, and from that moment onwards, stuff will die quickly. For AWS has a very specific skill that is very neat, and I like it a lot. Move up Hunter to capture the points. That should give me this one and this one over here. That enemy should move into Agent, which is still debuffed significantly. However, she does have a lot of power. Yeah, it's gonna take a moment to defeat the squad, but I think it should be fine. Yeah. There we go. Executioner will get a turn as well. Slice. And the enemy dies. Very good, very good. That's another fight done. Airstrike. Absolutely obliterated stuff. Executioner will move over down here. Slice isn't 3 times louder than any other sound effect, which is good. I prefer the sound effects to be balanced, honestly. Scarecrow is just, yeah, loud. To be fair, it's not the loudest thing I've heard in the game, but that doesn't mean that it's a good thing. It's still loud. Are there any enemies left? Oh yeah, there is. It's right there. Go on, my squad 404 plus. +1. To be fair, that was a very weakened squad, so oh well. Mission success. Very good. That is a pretty annoying map, though. Vortex. A call. But it's not a call. But close enough. Task Force in as a registration complete. Squad nitrogen. I guess this. Why do we need a special network space just for meeting? Wouldn't it be more convenient to just use your comms directly? Don't you get it? This is called being a pro. Why do I get the feeling that you're talking out of your ass? Mona! Greetings, Codename Nitrogen is in position. I'm the squad leader, Mona. I'm the freshly appointed Stasi agent, Dol Rhino. I'm a mercenary Dol, Codename number 9. I've been hired by StateSec to work with you on this mission. I've already shared the briefing files with everyone here. You can read them after the meeting is over. Now, allow me to explain the details of Operation Anus. But we're still missing quite a few people. Aren't we going to wait for them? It's alright, they'll show up when the time comes. In that case, I'll begin. This operation is called Name Anus. The objective is to rescue Angie and to investigate the paradise island in the Dead Sea. Currently, the information that we've verified, Mona, if you please. Yes, the following is all information provided by the Stasi. 1. Paradise has lost the Berlin base after the battle against your commander at the Stasi. Mona? Mona! It is Mona. Looking cool, Joe. What? After comparing many days of surveillance imagery, movement on the Black Zone has risen at an abnormal rate. While we have not yet found any clear links between Paradise and Galatea, given the recent increase in the radiation index, we have reason to believe that the HQ is located within the Dead Sea. In fact, we suspect that the HQ is located in that region. 2. During the previous fighting, I engaged in direct combat with a high-ranking knight of Bramidby. So Mona also broke. I mean, she's broke-ish. You just realized that one in, yes, what about it? It was NTW-20, that is correct. Records of that encounter might have been preserved and will be, and I will upload them to the conference room afterwards for everyone's reference. 3. The 2 tactical dolls working for the Stasi and Squad Nitrogen, namely myself and Rhino, are the highest spec units that the Stasi can field at the moment. Number 9 is also renowned is also a renowned elite among mercenary dolls. We will provide us full support for the duration of the upcoming operation. You're just happy anytime you recognize something? I see. That's awesome, huh? We're going into the Black Zone? Doesn't that mean we won't be able to communicate with each other? That's why we've established this conference room. As long as 45 is around, we can communicate through a neurocloud layer. I see, it seems you've also made extensive preparations. As you may have surmised, the situation inside the Black Zone will be very complex. Even dolls will have to be cautious. We must complete the appropriate preparations and be ready to enter the Black Zone at any time. Inside a certain safe house at the Soviet-German border. The cold wind beats against the windows of the wooden cabin, emitting non-stop howls that chill the soul. Seated in front of the stove, Dupia ends up breaking multiple matchsticks with his trembling hands. God damn it. He needs heat to stay warm. Whoosh. Firelight fills the stove and the bone-dry kindling ignites. Warm air wafts out of the stove immediately. Just as Dupia is about to relax, a natural noise comes from inside the cabin. Almost instantly, he pivots and fires several shots at the door that reflects. The swinging wooden door immediately sports 3 conspicuous holes, and the light that streams inside illuminates the motes of dust dancing in the air. You can almost feel his heart in his throat. Are they Statesec pursuers? How'd they follow him so quickly? Is this place no longer safe? He needs to go now. Polar bear? Communicator has been switched on at some point, and crisp woman's voice speaks through it. Startled, Dupia throws it away from him. The communicator spins on the ground and comes to a halt in the center of the room. Evangelist? Is that you? No. Who are you? Nice to meet you, Polar Bear. I'm Q of the Stasi. Stasi? What do you want? Did the Evangelist send you? Sorry, but I'll have to ask you to tell me about this Evangelist in detail afterwards. I'm sure the Soviets are also very curious about him. Dupia looks incredulously at the communicator. You... Believe me, this isn't personal. Okay. A gunshot echoes through the through an echoing... Wait. A gunshot echoes through an echoing canyon. Okay. As a bullet flies through the wood, the wind and the snow... piercing the rotted wood and striking Dupia in the center masses just as he's about to flee. Paralyzing electrical current immediately pulls into his body, his muscles, his joints, and his nerves. In an instant, his consciousness is taken by the bullet, sinking into a silent darkness. Thanks for fleeing with all your might. If the Soviet had found you first, it would have all been for nothing. Through the scope of a rifle, Q sees the incredulous look on Dupia's face. Yet, he keels over without so much as a sound. Looks like I caught a big fish. Now let's see who's this evangelist that's going to show up. Okay. Alright. On board Schweizsteiger's private jet, Berlin airspace. Emergency reports that there are major outbreaks of violence on Preußische Straße and the locality of the wedding. So far, the number of injured is confirmed to be around 20. He turns off the transmission and there's an imperceptible shift in his expression. General, we will arrive at the capital within an hour. General? I heard you. Believe me, I need some personal space. Yes, sir. The bodyguard respectfully closes the cabin door, leaving Schweinsteiger alone in his luxurious cabin. Yes, ask. Yes. A gunshot echoes through an echoing canyon as the echoing bullet flies through the echoing woods, the echoing wind, and the echoing snow, piercing the echoing rotted wood, and striking non-echoing Dupio in a center mass just as he's about to echoingly flee. I was just a little confused by the double echoing. I was like, eh? To think you'd be so impulsive. You've got old, Oberstein. Schweinsteiger shakes his head and chuckles sardonically before calling up Romy. Has it been taken care of? Everything is going according to plan. We're steadily erasing the traces of Berlin. I'm not just talking about internal business. You know what I mean. Yes, we're also trimming back the tentacles from the outside. Well done. However, I sometimes wonder, were we too radical before? After the fireworks blossomed, the tension in Moscow seems to have spread to Frankfurt. Rest assured, no matter what your decisions we make, we will always have the advantage. In a war like this, information is power. I have the feeling that Romy is playing both sides. The question is just who or which side she's going to pick at the end of it. And now all this information is at your disposal. You should head back to the capital once you've dealt with Berlin. What? 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 I mean, I know that this is a, like, alternate timeline thing where the world is very different. But, Berlin is Germany's capital, so I'm very confused about this. Yes, sir. No matter how brightly the flames of anger burn, they will cool one day. If he is unwilling to make the dignified exit, then we shall spare his dignity for him. Schweinsteiger adjusts his hat, cuffs twice, then slowly walks up to his sofa and reaches out to pick up several roses from the coffee table. They are all of different colors, black, red, and yellow, all stuck into a vase, the petals still coated with drops of water. The vibrant colors are like a flag fluttering and high in the air. Schweinsteiger pauses briefly as he notices an exquisite recording pen in front of his champagne flute. He picks up the pen and presses the play button. Good morning, General Schweinsteiger. I hope I have not interrupted your breakfast. Schweinsteiger shrugs, then puts down the pen before sitting back on the sofa. He does not seem to the least bit surprised by the voice coming from the pen. I regret I could not speak to you in person, but this will not affect our friendship. I believe you will like the present I have given you. I am certain that I cannot go wrong using it as an opportunity for us to make up with each other. At times, but only at times, it is natural for friends to have conflicting opinions, and arguments, while rare, are still normal. But that does not mean they cannot make peace after the arguments. Maintaining a friendship will do us both good. Compared to those outsiders, we have friends who can truly trust each other. What exactly do you want, Minister Oberstein? Schweinsteiger mutters to himself as he stares at the recording pen. I do not want to see invasive species in our garden. Everything I have done has been dedicated to this end. As though he was anticipating Schweinsteiger's question, Oberstein supplies the answer. Trust me, General. In the end, only we can help ourselves. Hi, Finnish guy. Oberstein's voice pauses before continuing warmly. I guarantee that when everything is over, I will kindle our friendship brighter than it's ever become. Perhaps it is time to restore the Stasi to its full glory, last seen a century ago. I trust you that you will prove to be an indispensable gardener within our garden. As you always have. The recording comes to an end. Schweinsteiger removes his hat and sighs heavily. Just then, there's a knock on the door. I said I wanted to be alone. However, the person outside doesn't seem to have heard and opens the door. A waiter dressed in white enters, his face blank as he presents a bottle of champagne. Schweinsteiger is certain that he's never seen this man before. Please enjoy. The champagne bottle has "To Friendship" written on it in bright red letters. As Schweinsteiger sits on the sofa, his eyes unconsciously drift to the hidden doorway. His bodyguards are still on duty, yet they are paying no attention to what is happening in here. Meanwhile, the waiter before him doesn't seem to have noticed Schweinsteiger's glance. He simply opens the bottle and politely fills his glass. The fizzing bubbles from the champagne make a pleasant sound in the glass. To Friendship. With that, Schweinsteiger picks up the champagne, clinks it against an empty glass, and dumps it in one gulp. Is that the commander? Because we were told that we are guarding... we're expecting cute military goals when you saw a game called Frontline, but you joined into a sea of mafia boss looking to... I mean, there's very big story implications here. Excuse me very much. It's fine. There is, however... Hang on. Yeah.
任務完了。次回の作戦心細いですか。わかりました。何か私。あら、留守番は長くさ。
Yes.
そんなに緊張しないで。まずはお茶でも一杯どう。
Quick bit of repairing.
ちょっと嬉しい。
And collecting rewards.
なんて。
Loud.
指揮官。早く新しい任務をください。
Continuing. Chapter 3. Raymond Surface. Commencement. Sure. The eye is opening further. I still don't know what the symbolism with that eye is, but hey. Sure. Inside the abandoned Paradise base. Also, there isn't just cute girls here, there's also terrifying women. After the brief conversation, Grey puts down the communicator with a grave look on her face. Grey. After confirming that Grey's transmission is over, Grey carefully steps up to her side. Moira lies curled up in the corner. Her body is covered in wounds, but her eyes are filled with light and life. I'm fine. Teacher, how are you now? I'm largely alright after the emergency repairs. I didn't think they'd do this to you when I took you to the base inside the city. Failure has no right to make demands, Grey. You're right. Father's already had Brummerby clear that place out. Nemron ordered her to bring RPK-16 to Avernus while keeping an eye on her. However, she made no mention of either you or us, teacher. Doesn't that mean we should return to Avernus too? Grey frowns as she hesitates. If we go back now, there will be no turning back. And we've already received news that that person is headed to Frankfurt. And you're still with us. Do you think that person will really give up? Nobody can gainsay Father when he says he wants someone. We must go back immediately. Mordo, who has been silent all this time, suddenly raises her head. Oh great, Frontline games. I mean, that person is referring to the commander. Or the general, one of the two. Because we are the person that goes to Frankfurt at the moment, or at least pretends to. And we are the one that are after Engie. For good reason. At some point, by the way, I have considered playing through the entirety of the Ghost Frontline story on stream. Start to finish. Which is a lot. There's a lot of events. However, that would be something, because there's so much there. So much. Though I do not look forward to certain events. Because playing through the final map of Arctic Warfare without cheesing it is a nightmare. It's a really cool map if you play through it once. However, not if you play through it 10 times. Teacher? We have made too many mistakes, and Father does not like mistakes. Our current situation has made many things clear. If we do not do something, we will all be discarded. Or to say it in a casual tone. I need an opportunity to meet with Father in person. That's the only way we can turn things around. Otherwise, we will all die here. I understand. Help me up, Craig. Alright. Marta gets her feet, still leaning on Greg. She makes her way forward with determination in eyes. I don't understand. Great, if we stay here, we will be discarded. Nemrand has already gone back. But the task has ended now that the fireworks have blossomed. Isn't it normal for her to go back? No, it means Avernus needs her to work on something new. Failure isn't the worst thing, but by not taking part in the core project, we will have lost all value. I see. As long as I can return to Avernus, we will regain Father's trust. I can assure you of that. At the temporary safe was Nebel in Airport. Commander's connections to the inner conference room. Identity verified. Please input your login for password. Password accepted. Connecting. You have successfully logged onto the Operation Anus conference room. Are there any new developments concerning our target? Commander, Mordor Signal is on the move. Excellent. Let's think about information. Roger. Both members of Squad Umbrella are present. We're watching the target. Both members of Squad Unicorn are in position, ready to assist Squad Umbrella doing ops. All three members of Squad Nitrogen are in position, en route to the objective. Both members of Squad Ferrum are in position, stand by for further instructions. I've already shared the regional offline map, Paradise-related information and security contact frequencies with everyone. Everyone should have topped up their ammo and tactical supplies before setting out. Total number of Operation Enos personnel that have been gathered is 9 out of 12. We can't wait for the rest of the team to assemble since the target has already started moving. I'll inform Ro about how to incorporate the forthcoming team members. Please remember the mission requirements: speed and stealth. Right, now we are an unexpected dagger to the enemy's heart. I'll confirm the mission status with everyone again. Operation Anus is a raid with 2 objectives. 1. To rescue Angelia. Contact me immediately if anything goes wrong. 2. To get a grasp of the enemy structures and units within the Dead Sea. Dandelion will ensure this conference room remains accessible. I'll provide assistance if you need anything. But it won't be on the front lines, Ro. Roger. You're the leader of this operation, so you have the responsibility of making decisions. I won't let you down. Is there anything else you'd like to remind us about, Commander? Also, I mentioned something about support earlier. Persica has sent Chessmaster over. Upload every location you find here immediately. That way, Chessmaster can extrapolate the objective's location through already known coordinates. Understood. We'll link up with her ASAP. Right. Any other questions? After a brief silence, the commander speaks again. Alright, we will now officially commence Operation Anus. The dolls fall silent. Just as UMP 45 enters the comm, she hears another soft ringtone. It's the commander's personal encrypted channel. Commander, you have extra tasks for me? Let me make this clear. You will be billed extra for it. Of course. This operation is going to be carried out by dolls from multiple different squads. While I have complete faith in Rose's abilities, she's going to need help. Of course, I'll be on her side. So long as 9 and I are safe. 45, I need you to support Ro, whatever the cost. This mission's difficulty is on an unprecedented level. Even if all of your individual strengths will not be enough to accomplish it. Only if the entire team is united as one do you have a chance of completing the mission. You always did love ordering services that weren't on the menu, Commander. This isn't an order. I'm asking a favor of you. And you don't need to spare my dignity here. I know I'm being extremely unreasonable. I'm asking you to put your life on the line to support Ro. So it's a request from you, Commander. 45 lowers her head. There's no telling what is going through her mind. A moment later, she looks up again. Understood. Still, you better not welch on the bill, no matter how many zeros there are on it. Of course, I'll pay up no matter how big it is. With the usual enigmatic smile, 45 leaves the meeting room. Please come back alive to stick me the bill, 45. This is a death flag and I don't like it. Don't like it. Commander's gonna die. No. That's not a commander death flag. That's a 45 death flag and I don't like it. Hell, I had to see 40 go. I don't want to see 45 go as well. On the outskirts of Berlin, at the border of the red zone, where there are few traces of people. From under the building, which looks like it's about to collapse at any time, Ro carefully studies the movement of the blip on the scanner. Ro, I'm so bored. Can't we move out yet? Hang in a little longer, Sub. 45, who's also monitoring the scans, leans over. The target's been turning in place for the past 10 minutes. Should we investigate the possibility that the tracking device might have been removed? Yeah, they might have stuck it on a robot or something. There isn't much of a chance of that. The tracker was planted inside the target's body while the target was unconscious. It won't be easily spotted without a full body inspection. Given their current situation, they wouldn't have had the chance to perform such a detailed examination. Yep, I hit it myself. The 4 pairs of eyes turn to the scanner screen once again, but the blip representing the target still has not left its original position. How about closing the distance to the target? Let me think about it. After studying the target's path in the nearby terrain, Ro ponders options. Ro, the target suddenly started moving at high speed. What? As the 4 of them watch, the target blip suddenly rockets into the red zone. We need to catch up. Roger. The 4 adults' clothes rustle quietly as they vanish into the ruins. In the red zone on the outskirts of Berlin, after ensuring that they aren't being followed, 3 ghostly figures emerge from a long-abandoned ruin. Have we lost our tails? Extra complications will do us no good at a time like this. Don't worry, I'm sure of it. Do you want to rest here a bit, teacher? Your condition... Greek watches in silence as Gray speaks softly to Mara the wall, helping her sit down for a short rest before turning away. I'll go watch the perimeter. We're already in the red zone. Avernus isn't far from here. I'm fine. Let's move on quickly. I keep thinking I'm missing something. But teacher, you want... These ones are nothing. They're not critical. Don't look down on me just because I still have my body of flesh, Gray. Rather than my wounds, I'm more worried that those cunning rats might have done something to my body while I was unconscious. Can't rule that out. If it were me, I'd have injected nanomachine trackers. Even so, the sensitivity of any instrumentation will plummet after entering the red zone. I hope that's the case. Otherwise, there's no telling who's the unlucky one here. Mario licks her lips, and anxiety drives her to stand again. Let's go. We better not delay. Yes, teacher. Noticing the movements, Greg suddenly returns to Gray's sides and looks at the pair. Is it still our priority to shake off our pursuers? But I don't think it's likely that they managed to follow us here. We should detour a little more for safety's sake. I'll leave some niters behind along the way to delay any pursuers. That ought to be enough for us to make it into Avernus. Alright. I'll lead the way. You watch, teacher. Once again, the woman vanished into the rubble of like ghosts. On the outskirts of Berlin, in the red zone. The target blip has been running all over the place in the scanner screen ever since the objective entered the red zone. Not daring to lose a single clue, Ro has no choice but to frantically pursue it. I think the scanner's messing with us. I have to agree. Ro, there's no point in panicking. Stop for a bit to analyze things. Yeah, we seem to have been going in circles all this while. Ro comes to a halt, and with UMP's help, she begins analyzing the crazy readings on the sensor screen. Man, the signal disruption in the red zone is such a pain. If I were a little further away from you, I wouldn't be able to tell which signal is yours, will I? That's true. So does that mean we might not end up recognizing Swap Ferrum while we're supposed to link up with them later? Relax, we have a code. That's real for you. Come on, 9, let's go look for clues around here. Sure. 9 weeks at 45 suggests for her to not go too far. Right now, only 45 and Ro are here. 45, I've gone over the readings again. I still think our current data is accurate. However, the intermittent signal means that part of it wasn't recorded. If you keep simulating, you'll be able to extrapolate the unrecorded data. So what should we do now? Should we wait to meet up with Squad Ferrum or continue pursuit? Hang on. Squad Ferrum, how much longer until you reach the rendezvous point? We'll be there within 10 minutes. 10 minutes? We're practically there. Look, I can see Ro up ahead. Come on, Miss Knight. Run your ass. Huh? But I'm not picking up your signals. Oh, I'm heading over right now. Architect's voice cuts out. That's strange. I scanned the surroundings a few times, but didn't pick up any SOF signals. It's because of the signal interference? Same here. Nine, have you spotted Squad Ferrum? Nope. Are they there in 45? Hey, look over there. Ro and the UMP climbed a small hill that Sob is on. Below them, a white-haired figure creeps up through the mist. On the outskirts of Berlin, in the red zone. I have the feeling that something is not quite right. Architect drags Granger along in a mad dash towards the black-haired girl in front of them. That is not the right person. Oh, Squad Ferrum is here. Man, the signal reception here really sucks. The GPS took us off course several times. Hang on, Architect. Gager grants to a halt and pulls Architect back. What's wrong? That's a Naito. Gager's face turns pale. She looks into the mist ahead of her, but she looks into the mist ahead of her, but says nothing. Look carefully at who's there. Architect stares blankly at the figure hidden in the mist. The mist in the red zone is like a pack of tormented souls, coiling around one's body and constantly changing shape. The only thing Architect can make out through that layer of mist is the other person's short black hair. Short black hair? Eh? We better withdraw while she hasn't spotted us yet. Okay. Roll, we've encountered an enemy squad. As the two of them look for an access of retreat and communicate the proceedings, the black-haired girl who has been standing out in the middle of the mist slowly looks back. Her lips curl into a creepy smile. On the outskirts of Berlin, in the red zone. As they draw closer, the face of the white-haired woman resolves into clarity. I always see these disgusting maggots no matter where I go. We have a locked identifying targets as Miss Grey. Since you're seeking death, I don't mind granting it to you. Grey. Sparks always fly when old enemies meet. Roth calmly takes command. 45, you and 9 give us long-range fire support. Sob and I will pin her down at close range. Roger. I know every move you can make. Notices that Grey doesn't seem worried by Sob's vicious assault. Rather, she turns around and says something. She's with an associate, and it's very likely to be Mordo. Sob, be careful and be ready to pull her back at any time. Don't you worry about me. Grey looks back at the dolls flanking her from left and right. With a laid-back chuckle, she deploys her own weaponry. What a joke. Okay. First boss, I guess. So what do we have here? Mission objective is 65,000. 360. Okay, there's some gimmick to this map. I can already tell. Yeah, I have to defeat Grey. Still, there's something to this. There's a lot of rubble. There's not a lot of stuff here, though. I'll also have to quickly cancel and go back to see if the repairs are done, because I didn't do that yet. They are complete. Yes. So how about we deploy 2 squads? Okay. It's a heavy heliport over there, which is good. I'll need that for sure. The mission is a failure if the target escapes. Considering that she's just trying to get over here, probably, that is going to be difficult to keep from happening. So what is the gimmick? Node, tell me. During the stage, echelons other than Squad Umbrella can only make a maximum of 3 moves. Squad Umbrella can lift this limitation for echelons within 3 nodes. Please pan carefully, Commander. Oh, great. Where are you trying to escape to? Because if it's down here, that's gonna be a problem. Hmm. 47,000. Got some seriously strong squads for that. Paralyzed and able to move. Actually, hang on. I don't know if I can take on this 47k insufficient action points. Oh well. Well, one of these squads is going to attack the AR squad that I have down here. This is fine. Alright. That is that fight done. I want that heavy heliport over there, which is the reason why I'm going over here. Because that would make these enemies significantly easier. There we go. Very good, very good. Move you over here. Can't move you any further anyway. Move this squad over here. Insufficient action points. So now we're gonna get a chunk more action points. I still don't know how I'll get rid of those boulders. They are very much in the way and annoying. And even if I make it all the way down there, how the hell am I gonna make my way into that bit? There's 2 units with 300,000 strength. And the boss is just kind of noping out. Fuck. Give me the BGM. Execute plan. I still don't know how to get rid of this rubble. I only have 3 more turns before it ends. The music has just stopped. It broke. Is there anything I'm missing here? Hmm. For the fact that it's that high a difficulty unit, its rewards are shit. Um, fuck. I do not know how to approach this mission at all. Because Gray is about to just fuck off. I definitely don't have enough strength to just deal with these guys. Unless there's something that I'm missing. Because I can't go there. Ah, there we go. That would do it. That does help me taking care of the rubble. Still not quite sure why the music just died, though. It's a bit quiet now. Very good. The missiles do make it easier. That is for sure. Oh well, faster. Pull up that one a bit further, I guess. And then the turn. That still doesn't really tell me what to do with the big guy at the bottom. Which is unfortunate. Sure, get me an AGS as well. Um... Hmm. Hmm. Few forward. That helps me going around one of the big guys. Not both. Which is unfortunate. Double supports. Okay. Alright. Gotta pull back these guys a bit so that they're not running into the big boss. Now what? Um, this is gonna be annoying. Only have one more turn to do it as well. There's no way I can do this. Absolutely none whatsoever. How am I going to beat this squad? I'm just going to try to brute force my way through it? That doesn't make any sense. No, I have to lure it away. It's alerted, so I have to... Oh, fuck, yeah. We'll have to restart, which is annoying, but hey. The only way we can actually complete this. Also, let me actually go back to select operation. Maybe get music back, so it's not, like, super quiet. So, we need to make our way over here. Then blow this up to get my movement points. We definitely need to blow up both of the side rubble here. That's the main thing. So we do need a support on this side and a support on this side. Just gonna do quick repairs. If necessary. There we go. Okay. That's 4 moves. Alright. The good thing is that we already know we can take out the squad with not much in terms of losses. Alright. The turn. Now I wonder how much of a cooldown does that ability have? Nope. It doesn't have a cooldown, okay. I can only choose one squat per turn though. Cancel. Move over here. Spawn on the BGM. For it is a good squat with quite a lot of power. No. Why does it keep opening all that menu? Not what I want to do. Alright. Hey! Thank you very much for the raid, Sakai Mika. Oh, Mika. How are you doing today? Let me just give you a quick shout out. If I don't typo in the middle of your name, which would be unfortunate. Playing Girls Frontline as well. What a coincidence that you are also a Girls Frontline player, eh? Yeah, as you can see, I am currently in the process of doing the same thing. I am a little behind, but that's just basically because I've been refraining from playing it off-stream at all. And so far I've only managed to get one stream in, so yeah. I'm also currently trying to figure out how to do this map on... Ah, that was a mistake. I need to switch these around. There we go. Currently at the last chapter, no god of fuck. I see. Please do not spoil, but I think that's obvious. I'm not even close to that, so, yeah. I might have been able to already blow that up. Not sure. You're not spawn. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Hi, Artemis. How are you doing? It is an experience. This map is so big. It is annoying. At least I have quite the units. Thank you very much for the follow. It's gonna be fun. They're gonna die. Thank you very much for the follow, Ezreal. If you bonk it ready in case you will spoil. Calm down, Classic, it's fine. Quite the digital mod I have here. The music has died again, which is unfortunate. Okay, no, it is not close enough to bonk the hell out of that rock. So, what I will do here is definitely move this closer. First of all, the same, don't worry. I have been with the game for years, so yeah, very much same. Swap these two around. Move you over here. Move you over to the left. Hang on. Game? There we go. Oh, this that's annoying. Now it works. Yeah, as you can see, this map is taking me some thinking. But at least I have enough firepower with a hard difficulty to just kind of let it go. Come on, blast one more. Annoying. Because they had to move, I lost a lot of health on that rifle. That's unfortunate. So, there we have another heavy heliport and a normal heliport. We have 3 more turns. At most. First things first. Summon in... It's loading. Now the question is, do I take 84? Do I take Mortar? Actually, let's go for the Mortar this time around. 2b14. It's fine. It'll all be over soon. No! That was a waste! I didn't want to move you! Pain. Such a waste of movement. Bonk. This is fine. Come on. Just kill him already. There we go. Very good, very good. Also, that squad that they're giving you for this mission specifically is kind of weak. The Umbrella squad. The units in it shouldn't be weak, but they just kind of... yeah, that's gonna take a few shots. That is really annoying. Why does it take so many shots? Holy shit. Meanwhile, BGM just kind of blasts through rocks. Plop. So I'll have to figure out a way. I mean, even that fight's gonna be so annoying. I need to figure out a way to do multiple things here. Yikes. That one movement point could have been very helpful. But hey, I made a mistake, and I'm gonna own it. 2 more turns until we lose. Yes, I'll be entirely honest. I don't have a lot of confidence here that this will work out. You are supposedly patrolling. Forward and back, I see. Yes. You should be fine here, right? Right?
3回して迎撃。読み通り。一撃で終わらせる。
This is fine.
お墓を少しありますよ。礼にはお呼びなさい。
This actually worked out entirely. Actually, very fine. So that's good. Can just kind of brute force this map with a 50 plus echelon. Yeah, the thing is that I have to admit, even though I have been playing this game literally since release, I have never been the person to go for the min-maxed squads and whatnot. Not because I couldn't, but just because I didn't really want to. Can I deploy another squad? Just, you know, dump in my machine gun squad. Resupply. Switch. And switch again. Blast the rubble one last time. Very good. Ah, right. Remove the limiter of that squad. The thing is, I do have squads that are very much strong enough. Like, this squad. It does very well at just blasting through the enemies. Let me move you over here, actually. Very good, very good. So here's the thing. I know that this guy's gonna move either way. If this guy moves into the spot that he opens up, that's a problem. Because if he does, I'm gonna lose. If he doesn't... Ah, fuck. How am I gonna get rid of this fucker? What am I gonna do about this fuck? God damn it! What do you fucking mean? Well, that's a restart. Again. Don't really like this map already. It's really annoying. Time to put in some repair. Actually, want to repair. There we go. You didn't seem to have taken any damage this time around. Actually, that's the wrong squad. This is the squad. Yes, 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 I know the goal. Whatever. Actually, hang on. First of all, I need to remove your limiter. So let you move you all the way down here. Select you. Maybe not, actually. Tough shit. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit annoying to deal with this mission. I understand that there's a lot of people that have grinded up like the top units and everything and know exactly how to play everything, but I've just been playing the game for a long while, and I'm a massive fan of the story. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm good at the game. I just know a lot. A lot that I'll just ignore. Because I know that the 4-4 squad that I've set up here is not really one of the best squads. W, honestly. I'm not confused. But at the same time, I just like using that squad. Because, one, it has story relevance, and two, it's cool. I like the guns. Now, I did learn from the last time around that spawning in... Cool squads are the best. Cool squads are the best. That I do not want to spawn in the mortar because it just doesn't destroy the fucking rock. I'm guessing that it has something to do with the Pierce amount. Because with the AGS it was 3 shots, with the BGM it's 1 shot. With the 2B14 it was a lot of shots. So maybe just spawn the 84. That's probably gonna be quite good to do. I already know. Ignore the hint. And another trick that you can always use. Spawn in a cheap squad. Use it as points. Movement points. Because the more squads you have on the map, even if the shard they feel good to use, they do. And sometimes you end up with, well, Exodia squads. This squad should not be as effective as it is. But, you know, it's also an old setup and I know that. But hey, it's what I have. What I set up back in the day. Blop. And they're dead. Very good. Now I'm going to move to... I'm going to first resupply. Then I'm going to move. You one over to the left. Then switch these two. At the turn. Very good. As Grey just runs away. Yep, yep. I already know that this squad is just gonna go and die. So that's very nice, because it's the same squad setup as the one before. Very good. And from what I established beforehand, in the last try, I want to destroy the rubble on one side, move a squad over there, trigger the guy, and then go on the other side. A turn or two later. So I need to really hurry for one of the rocks, and then go for the other. Blow up that rock. We'll go forward, fight the squad. This is going to be annoying because it's a laser squad. This will actually damage people. Oh, they've actually killed the lasers in time. Probably because I moved one of the pistols all the way to the front row. Which is good. Which is very good. Move this one up further. Can I destroy that rock yet? No, I cannot. Remove the limiter of the BGM. Very good. Does mean that you can't go any further. But that's fine for the moment. Need to pull you up anyway. Alright. End turn. Three more turns to go. Fucking hate this. This is fine. This is all fine. Can't move this squad any further this turn, but I also don't really need to for the moment. There he goes. Very good. Slowly making our way through this battle. BGM's ammo is exhausted. But I think that's okay, because for the moment we need to mainly deal with this guy over here. Okay. That guy's aggroed on that. Very nice. If nothing else, we'll spawn another squad. Unless that's a mistake. Which I guess I'll see soon. Eventually. There's no reason to keep you up here, I guess. I can move you back a little. Because I do need to spawn in another hawk. Just to destroy the rubble over there. As we have 2 more turns. So I need to move you out of the way. Spawn in a hawk. Get me the 84. Swap. Actually. Can I deploy another squad? I can. That's very good. I don't need that squad specifically. I just need a squad for extra points. Plop. Move that out of the way. Very good. Remove the limiter of that squad. The laser shouldn't theoretically go through the shield all the way. So that's good. I did it the wrong way around, I'm pretty sure. Oh well. This is a problem. Not as big a problem as I might think it is, because I'm just gonna have to move this squad over there instead. But it's annoying. And I don't know if the rifle squad is going to be able to defeat Grey, because I don't know how Grey fights. That is if the enemy over there even moves. Fuck. Ooh, for a moment there I thought it might crash. It did not. Because we are now running into a slight issue. Just a minimal one. My AR squad is out of ammunition. We do have 15 moves, but we also need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to just get over there. And this guy didn't move back. Fuck. Oh, I hate this map already. It's gonna be a massive pain in the ass. Ah. You overlook one tiny fucking thing and it's just all falling apart. I hate it. It reminds me of fucking Arctic Warfare. Well, Arctic Warfare story-wise is absolutely amazing. Gameplay-wise, it's the fucking worst. So that's going to be the technically last move. But not really. I think we should be okay. Whether or not this squad can actually beat Grey is another matter entirely. But we will catch up to her. It's only Grey. With a strength of 65,000. This is fine. Entirely fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong here. Oh, okay, of course it's not only Grey. That would be way too easy. Fucking pain in the ass. I hate so many units in this game. I fucking hate them. Why do you exist? Wait, what? What? Grey didn't... What? Okay, apparently just killing Grey is enough. That is... Okay, alright. Success! I am fine with this. It worked out in the end, I don't know how, it just did. That was a massive pain in the ass, I don't like that map in the slightest or at all. That is legitimately a map that reminds me of... Well, it's not nearly as bad as Arctic Warfare, the final map, but... If you have played Arctic Warfare, you'll understand. If you haven't played Arctic Warfare, let me show you. Because, man, this event is absolutely hilariously, amazingly good in story. But this map... This fucking map. It's the worst. If you don't have the ways to cheese it unlocked while you're doing it, that map takes an hour every time you do it. Like, it's legitimately a map that is, if you can't cheese it, you're gonna spend an hour clearing it once. At the time, in order to clear the event, you had to clear it 10 times. It's a map that you spend 10 hours on just to finish the event. Unless you can cheese it. There was ways to cheese it, I just didn't have them available to me. There's a lot going on there. There is. But yeah. It is actually substantially late. I did go over time a bit. Just a tiny bit. Because I wanted to finish that map, which I now did. Oh wait, there's one more thing I can do. I think it would have been a better chance to land a plane than beat that map. I mean, again, the story of that event is absolutely amazing. It's a lot of background info and character interactions that is just absolutely amazing. But yeah, there's one thing I'll do still before the end, and that is open a few boxes, because I can. Nothing special in the first 10, nothing special in the second, third, fourth, 45, you beloved. But what about 40? The exiled one. The one that, quote-unquote, doesn't exist. What are you crying? There's so much story in this game. And so much obscure story that some people have just never heard of before. Man, this game is not giving me anything in this. It's giving me a bit of fun. Oh, wait. I got a Delisle. The thing is, I already had it before, so, yeah. Well, that was the only boxes I had left. So, I'm going to end my streaming, actually. So, let me figure out who I can raid for today. I know that a few people aren't streaming, because they don't stream on Mondays. So, let me see if I have anyone that is currently streaming. And if I don't, we could try to find someone that was playing Frontline. Maybe. The thing is, I don't want to raid people that are just... What? Okay. There's one other person playing this game currently. And... their title confuses me. Legitimately. I don't know if they're now playing this game, Arknights, Nikke, Neurocloud, or Genshin. Because all of them are in that title. So let me just go and rate someone I know instead. Let's go and say hello to Froggy. City Claw. Which I don't technically know very well, but hey. They're a friend of a friend sort of thing. And they're currently playing Pokemon. So I will be calling my stream for today and be back tomorrow with Valhalla. I think I wrote on my schedule. Yes, tomorrow is Valhalla. And then on Wednesday is another thing. UI looks like GFL. Oh yeah, the thumbnail looks like GFL, but yeah. Let's go Valhalla. I already... yeah. It's a marathon, I guess. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, but as I said, tomorrow I'll be streaming Valhalla. On Wednesday I'll be streaming Yakuza, and on Thursday I'll be streaming more of this. On the weekend I won't be streaming. But yeah, have a good night. Bye.